Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Raw and welcome to Universe GM Mode Episode 3. We are live in Miami, Florida, just 13 days away from the show of shows, the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. And we're emanating tonight from the home of Jason Derulo, Flow Rider, and of course, the great one, the People's Champion, if you smell The Rock. But it's not about those men here tonight, it's about Monday Night Raw, and we're kicking off before we jump into the action with a huge announcement. After the events of last week, it's clear to me how badly Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch want to face Kairi Sane for the Women's World title at WrestleMania. And so with that being said, enough is enough. We will settle who the absolute best is between these women. No more excuses and no more games. Because in 13 nights at WrestleMania, in the main event, it will be Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair versus Kairi Sane for the Women's World Championship. And we don't stop there, because tonight we will get a preview of the women in this historic match when Becky Lynch teams up with Kairi Sane to face the team of Charlotte Flair and the Women's Intercontinental Champion Shayna Baszler. But speaking of Shayna Baszler, she has been on the hunt for a challenger for her Women's Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. After successfully defending that title last week against Liv Morgan in record time, she went on Twitter to say, and I quote, "Demolishing bootleg Harley Quinn was a lot of fun last week for the 20 seconds it lasted, and let that be an example for anyone else who dares to step to the Queen of Spades. Just as quick as you step up, just as quick I put your ass to sleep. Hashtag Shayna 3-time, hashtag POS. But then moments before we went on the air tonight here in Miami, to everyone's shock, we found out Shayna's next challenger, because none other than Ember Moon replied to the tweet simply saying, "Challenge accepted, see you at WrestleMania." And also coming up on tonight's show, after losing against Ricochet in the #1 contenders match last week, he lost his final chance to head to WrestleMania to face Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental Championship. We'll be hearing from the Velveteen Dream here tonight live in Miami, Florida. And so a very, very electrifying way to start off Monday Night Raw here tonight. Some blockbuster announcements and some blockbuster matches made, and there will be even more matches announced for WrestleMania here tonight, because we're far from done yet, fellas. But without any more further ado, let's get on with Monday Night Raw. And here we go, it's time for our final Raw Money in the Bank qualifying bit of action. Here we go, here comes the incomparable Rey Mysterio. One of the most surprising things, I mean, when you think about Rey Mysterio, he's a master of the 619, one of the biggest little men in WWE history, but he's never won the Money in the Bank briefcase. But I tell you, someone who has, this man, who is back for the first time in well over a month, John Cena, the champ, is here.
And his opponent from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, John
Rey Mysterio only competed in, I think, one Money in the Bank qualifying match in his, in one Money in the Bank match in his career, and so it'd be huge for him to head to WrestleMania and check that off his list in his already historic career. But a man who has already won Money in the Bank back in 2012, John Cena, of course, the first man as well to announce ahead of time that he would be cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase that year against CM Punk on Raw 1000, and of course that was interrupted by the Big Show on that historic night, July 23rd, 2012. But now there's no CM Punk and there's no Big Show, but there is a Rey Mysterio that Cena needs to get past first. So can John Cena get it done here tonight? He kisses the dog tags as only Cena can. is this Cena's time to once again rise to the top of the mountain? And of course, Cena, a 16-time world champion. If he could head to WrestleMania, win Money in the Bank, he'd be very damn near close to number 17 and breaking Ric Flair's record. And here we go. Mysterio gears up, still a little bandaged up after the brawl he's been having in the last couple of weeks with Andrade, Cien, Almas. But here we go. It's not about Andrade here tonight. It's about Rey. It's about Cena. It's about WrestleMania. Nice counter Irish whip there by John Cena, and he's going for the strike there, but Rey, the quicker of the two. Oh, and that being said, John with a big boot and a bulldog. There it is. Wait a second. Rey now with a counter. He's going to drive Cena straight into the mat. Kicking off Raw hot here tonight with Rey Mysterio versus John Cena. A match that we did see all the way back in 2011 when Rey Mysterio won the WWE Championship from John Cena. Or I should say, actually, it wasn't from John Cena. I think it was actually because it was a final of the WWE title tournament after CM Punk left after Money in the Bank 2011. But this isn't a history lesson. This is about action. This is about WrestleMania right now. And this is about Money in the Bank, a match that Cena knows all too well. And wait a second. Rey Mysterio, though, bulldog. A wheelbarrow bulldog to Cena. If there's anyone who's going to be great in that ladder match, great in a Money in the Bank ladder match, it's going to be the incomparable Rey Mysterio. But certainly it's a tall order to ask to defeat John Cena here tonight. Although, I mean, to be fair, John Cena hasn't competed on Raw in God knows how long. The last time we saw John Cena was at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, where he came up short in that match, and now Rey off the second rope with a splash. Wait a second, now here we go. Hurricane Rana to Cena. Cena straight back up to his feet, and now those strikes. And now here we go again, another Hurricane Rana, sending Cena flying. And look at this, Rey Mysterio soaking it in here in Miami, Florida. Wait a second, counter by Rey. Rey's going off the ropes here. Here we go, there's a splash, a springboard. Oh my god, now Rey Mysterio, here we go. Oh, there he is. Cena sent straight onto the ropes. He's dialing it up. Here we go. 619 to John Cena. And it's Mysterio about to head to WrestleMania, about to head to Money in the Bank. The frog splash. Mysterio into the cover. The ref counts the pin. Oh my goodness. Cena kicks out at 2. Unbelievable. John Cena kicks out of the 619 and the frog splash. And now what the hell is Rey Mysterio thinking here? Oh god. Oh my god. The Dragon Rana snapping John Cena straight into the middle of the ring. Look at that again. Oh my goodness. Just driving his head straight into the mat. Wait a second. Rey Mysterio being thrown to the outside of the ring here by John Cena. Revitalized John Cena here, the 16-time world champion. But Rey with a counter throwing him back in the ring. And now Rey gets up to that top rope. And Cena with a counter. Rey was going for that Hurricane Rana again, perhaps setting up for the 619. But Cena was going for the AA there as well, I noticed. But there's a jawbreaker. Rey trying to keep Cena at bay here in this one. 1 AA and it might just be over. But Rey Mysterio, oh my god, he doesn't quite connect. And Cena's going to take advantage now. God, he was going for the AA on the outside there. Rey had it scouted. These two men, I mean, pretty much breaking in at the exact same year, of course, in 2002 on SmackDown. These two men have seen each other's careers, the rises, the falls. They've seen everything. They know one another's moveset like the back of their freaking hand. But wait a minute, Rey was going for something there from behind. And Cena with the elbow counters. Cena with the clothesline clobbering him. John Cena recognized. Wait a minute, Cena, STF locked in the middle of the ring. Is Rey gonna tap? Is Cena headed to WrestleMania? Oh, wait a second. Mysterio managing to get out of it, that brutal elbow straight to the nose. I think Cena just got busted wide open from that one. Oh my god, and now Rey, Hurricane Rana, here we go. It's gonna happen again. Rey's going to WrestleMania 619. Rey Mysterio is on the verge of heading to WrestleMania. Oh my god, not again. No. There he is, Andrade, Cien, Almas. Oh, wait a second, now Cena from behind. Attitude adjustment. Oh my god, now Cena's going for another one. The distraction paying dividends from Andrade, and Cena's taking advantage. Attitude adjustment again. And Cena into the cover. Is this Cena headed to WrestleMania? Yes. John Cena is headed to WrestleMania. He fills the final spot for Money in the Bank. Unbelievable once again. Andrade Cien Almas has cost Rey a chance at a championship. Unbelievable once again. Andrade has screwed Rey Mysterio. Is there no end to this man's disrespect for this lucha legend? It was an absolute classic though. Before then, Cena and Mysterio left it all out there here in Miami. But John Cena with blood blood pouring from his head. He's coming for number 17. And I hope for damn sure by the time we get to New York City, Cena has a fresh trim. But the important thing to note now is that John Cena fills the final Raw spot. He joins Mustafa Ali, Kane, and Dolph Ziggler, and he will be fighting for that Money in the Bank briefcase in the ladder match at WrestleMania. Well, congratulations to John Cena. He is headed to Money in the Bank, but I have absolutely had it with Andrade, Cien, Almas, and Rey Mysterio. It's time to settle this once and for all. No more distractions, no more brawling. At WrestleMania in 13 days in New York City, it will be Andrade, Cien, Almas versus Rey Mysterio one more time. And you know what? Screw it. These two men will settle their differences in New York City, because their match, Andrade, Cien, Almas versus Rey Mysterio, will be 3 stages of hell. It's time to end this. No more sneak attacks, no more sneaky tactics, no more brawls, no more low blows, no more anything other than absolute destruction. These two men want a war. They want to destroy each other. Then go ahead, because in New York City, the whole damn city is gonna come crumbling down. Andrade, Cien, Almas versus Rey Mysterio, 3 stages of hell. And here we go. It's time for the blockbuster tag team match. Baszler and Flair versus Lynch and Sane. The champion, of course. Champion on either side, actually. But here comes Shayna Baszler.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the WWE Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler.
Of course, there is no custom championships in this game yet, but Shayna Baszler, don't get it twisted, does have that white and gold belt. In my heart, she is the Women's Intercontinental Champion, and a damn dominant one at that. We saw last week she put Liv Morgan to sleep real quick. And now you've got to imagine how Shayna Baszler's going to respond to Ember Moon accepting her challenge at WrestleMania. So, Ember Moon, huh? You're the next one to fall to me. Or I should say, once again, because this isn't the first time we have faced off. We had a few battles over the NXT Women's Championship in the past, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I walked out on top of that, didn't I? After I put you to sleep at TakeOver to win the Women's Championship. And if that's what I was capable of as a contender, trying to win a championship, just imagine what I'll do to keep it. I'll see you at Mania. Here comes the Queen.
And her partner from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
I think it's safe to say that the women's division on my Monday Night Raw is nothing short of absolutely stacked. I mean, you got Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Kairi, Sane, Shayna Baszler, Ember Moon about to challenge for the women's IC title at WrestleMania. Things are looking good if you're a fan of the women's division on Monday nights. And this is gonna be a certified banger right here. You got one of the greatest of all time, Charlotte Flair, Shayna Baszler, the women's IC champion, the man Becky Lynch, and Kairi Sane all in the same match. This is gonna be a sensational contest here, and you've got to imagine Charlotte Flair's feeling good after that blockbuster announcement earlier tonight in the show. This woman Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and the champion Kairi Sane will main event WrestleMania in New York City.
And their opponents first, from Dublin, Ireland, Becky Lynch.
And it's been a pretty embryonic rise for the man in the last couple of months, ever since she pretty much destroyed Charlotte Flair at SummerSlam last year, and now the man is, oh my goodness, what is going on? I don't, you know what, I honestly don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say anymore with this game. But anyway, the man has been on the rise, one of the hottest superstars in the WWE today. But the question is, WrestleMania in New York City, will it turn into WrestleMania? I guess we'll have to find out, because in 13 nights it'll be Lynch, Sane, and Flair main eventing the whole damn show. Look at that again. Oh, this game never ceases to amaze me. I hear the thunderous Becky chants for Becky Balboski, but this woman, certainly just as popular, had an absolute classic with Becky Lynch at Elimination Chamber, and now we go again, this time with Charlotte Flair added to the equation. It's gonna be absolutely sensational in New York. Once again, to address the title situation, there is no custom championships in this game, so unfortunately, we can't use that beautiful gold and white belt I had in 2K19, but that's okay. I mean, the Raw one looks pretty damn good on Kairi Sane, to be fair. But you know, WWE Games, I would like at some point in this series, before we get to season 3, I would like to use that gold and white belt. So if you could just hurry up with that custom championship thing, you know. Speaking of WrestleMania, we did hear from Shayna Baszler moments ago, saying that Ember Moon, you'll be the next one to fall to me, or she should say once again, because of course those two women have an incredible history back in NXT, but this time it's not about NXT, it's about the grandest stage of them all. It's about WrestleMania in New York City. All 4 of these women in blockbuster matches, Ember Moon coming back as well. Saw Shayna Baszler and Charlotte Flair over there discussing strategy in this match. I mean, really, what is the strategy against Kairi Sane? She's been undefeated ever since she was drafted to Raw. First round draft pick as well. Now she's the champion. I mean, how do you beat Kairi Sane? The Becky chant once again. Becky, the hottest superstar in the WWE today. And here we go. Baszler and Lynch lining up. This is a dream match in my opinion. Definitely a singles match I'd love to see down the line. But right now, Becky Lynch and Shayna Baszler going at it here in this one in Miami, Florida. Huge knee. Now Shayna Baszler gonna lift her up for that back suplex. But Becky with a counter, a knee straight to the good. And now Becky with a huge forearm, jumping forearm. Becky's already going up. Becky's already gonna fly. Here we go. The man with an elbow drop. Imagine how huge it would be if on the road to WrestleMania, we're just 13 days away from that historic women's main event, if Becky Lynch could pin the women's IC champion as well. You've got to imagine Ember Moon's watching on, scouting her WrestleMania opponent as well. Ember Moon has a lot to make up for. She's really not had too much of a showing on Monday Night Raw, but if she could beat the women's Intercontinental Champion at WrestleMania, it could get her career back on track. And it becomes more and more of a mouthful every time I say it to say women's Intercontinental Champion, but I get it done. Now just look at this stomping in the corner to Shayna Baszler. And of course you saw last week it was Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch to see who would face Kairi Sane for the women's world title at WrestleMania. But in the end, Charlotte Flair whipping out Ken and beating the hell out of Becky Lynch with that kendo stick, and Becky and Charlotte were going back and forth in that one, in that post-match brawl. And in the end, I just decided, you know what, both women will go to WrestleMania. You want to end, you want a war, then you can go to war for the title at WrestleMania. It's clear to me how badly both these women want to face Kairi. Why not include them both? And there was a moment there where the doctors weren't going to clear Becky Lynch for WrestleMania, but she passed the test, and Becky Lynch is back now, heading into WrestleMania, which could very well become WrestleMania if she can win the title at WrestleMania. I said WrestleMania way too many times there, but it is WrestleMania season, of course, and that's why we've got matches like this on Monday Night Raw. Blockbuster women's tag team match between Baszler, Flair, Lynch and Sane. And now here we go, the tag in to Kairi Sane as Becky Lynch is soaking up here in Miami. Here comes the women's world champion now, going head to head with Shayna Baszler, the women's Intercontinental Champion. That was another mouthful, but here we go. Sane now, a spear. Baszler with a huge knee taking down the champion. Oh my god, now Baszler, look at this, stomping on the arm of Kairi Sane. My god, we saw this before when these two women went to war over the NXT Women's Championship, and that's why they know each other so well. We saw the destruction that Kairi Sane had done to her shoulders and her arms at the hands of this woman, and now she's getting some measured payback on Shayna Baszler. Oh my god, and a knee. Action so fast and furious, it's hard to call. We are 13 days away from a historic women's main event and Baszler versus Moon for the IC title. Now there's a spear in the corner by Kairi Sane. Went for a dropkick there. Baszler moves out of the way, and now Shayna Baszler, what is this? Wait a minute, Baszler with a knee, driving Sane straight into the corner, and now Baszler, the snapmare into the kick. A nice combination of moves, and now here comes the Queen. Woo! Oh my god, and there goes Becky Lynch. Another message sent by Charlotte Flair. And now Kairi Sane is all alone in the middle of the ring, and this spells bad for the champion. And here we go, the spinning neck breaker. Charlotte's been waiting for this. She's been waiting 7 long months of rehabbing that injured Achilles tendon. 7 months out of action, and she's been waiting for this moment to get her hands on Kairi Sane. Oh, here we go. Here comes the man. Becky Balboa has been tagged in, but Charlotte Flair with a counter. These two women know each other so well, especially after that amazing #1 contenders match last week before Charlotte Flair decided to get herself disqualified. Oh my god, look at those elbows, straight elbows to the head of Becky Lynch. This is not good. Becky is out there, and oh my god, Charlotte say Becky was crawling the wrong way. She didn't even know where she is after those elbows. But now Becky Lynch is back in it, and now what the hell is she thinking here? She's gonna lift Charlotte, that huge frame of Flair, straight into the ring with that suplex. Oh my god, now here we go with that pump handle slam again. Kind of variation on the rock bottom from the man, and now here we go. Oh, pin broken up up by Shayna Baszler, the Queen of Spades. Oh, nice counter there by Flair though. Avoids the heel kick. And now Flair, she's gonna go for something here. There's a suplex again. Oh, and there goes Kairi Sane. Lynch was looking for the hot tag, but in the end, Flair just one step ahead of you. Or was she? I don't know. I might have spoke too soon. Lynch managed to use that time for a little bit of turnaround. Go for the disarmer. Another counter by Flair. These two women know each other so well. And now here we go. A kick to the gut. Straight to the ribs. Those injured ribs of Becky Lynch after the kendo stick attack. Natural selection. And now both women are down here in Miami, Florida. Who can capitalize? Charlotte Flair might have Becky Lynch beat if she could just crawl, get one hand over her into the cover. But neither of these women can do the damn thing right now. Both these women are out. And Charlotte Flair crawling to get the tag, I think. And Charlotte managed to get the tag to Shayna Baszler, but Becky Lynch so damn close to getting to Kairi Sane, but instead getting caught by the women's IC champ. Countered by the man. Here we go. She's going for something there. Countered by Baszler. Both these women, you can tell, are absolutely spent. Going for the knee. Moves out of the way. Another counter by Shayna Baszler. Another counter by Becky Lynch. Oh my god, the ref inadvertently knocked down there. Oh my god, the referee is down, and Charlotte Flair with that kendo stick again. The referee can't do anything about it. He's not even conscious right now. And Charlotte Flair just going ham on Becky Lynch with that goddamn that kendo stick. Meanwhile, in the middle of the ring, Shayna Baszler has it locked in on Kairi Sane. There's no referee to even see the fact that the Kirifuda clutch was just locked in. Oh my god, look at her soaking this up. Shayna Baszler, the referee's down, Sane is down, Charlotte's going ham with a kendo stick, and Flair and Sane continue to brawl on the outside. Meanwhile, in the middle of the ring, Lynch is locked in the Kirifuda clutch. Lynch is locked in, and she's fading. She is passing out, and Lynch has no choice but to tap out to the Queen of Spades. By controversial means, a controversial ending to this one. The referee was knocked down, and Charlotte Flair, that's where the tide turned, using that kendo stick to beat down and weaken Becky Lynch again. And Flair and Baszler soaking it up here. I don't think they deserve that win at all. Say what you will about the way they got it done. The point is, they got it done. A huge night for Baszler and Flair. Here we go. We're gonna finish this episode off in style because we're gonna be hearing from the Velveteen Dream.
Making his way to the ring from Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C., weighing in at 227 pounds, Velveteen Dream!
The Velveteen Dream's had quite the last couple of months. It's been well documented. He had an amazing Raw debut, beating Seth Rollins. He then went on to beat Seth Rollins again in Philadelphia at the Royal Rumble for the IC title. He would then lose it inside the Elimination Chamber to Seth freaking Rollins. Over the last couple of weeks, he's been showing up on the Titantron. First of all, he lost again against Seth Rollins in his rematch clause for the IC title. We thought it was all said and done for the Velveteen Dream's IC title hopes, at least for now, but then Ricochet would show up and he would essentially throw down the challenge to Ricochet. Ricochet would accept. The winner faces Seth Rollins for the IC title at WrestleMania. Dream would lose to Ricochet last week, and now you've got to imagine Velveteen Dream's wondering how will he get to WrestleMania? How will he be on the show of shows? You got to wonder where his mind's at after all these losses. Honestly, he was so high up and he came crashing down at the hands of the likes of Ricochet and Seth Rollins, and now you've got to imagine Velveteen Dream is still the Velveteen Dream, but how is he going to get to WrestleMania? Who is he going to face at WrestleMania, if anyone? I guess we're going to find out where Velveteen Dream's at, where his mindset's at, where his WrestleMania plans lie right now. The Dream lost last week to Ricochet, but that doesn't mean the Dream is going to stop his road to WrestleMania. No. The Dream needs a WrestleMania opponent. Yes, we are here in the hometown of the People's Champion, The Rock. Congratulations, Miami. Still clinging on to the past. But see, you need to look at the now. You need to look no further than the Velveteen Dream, who on his best day is better than The Rock ever was. Sure, Dwayne was great in his day, but his day is long since over, and I shouldn't have expected any more intelligence from Floridians, but let me spell it out for you. The Rock is not here tonight, so just sit back, relax, and bask in the experience of the Velveteen Dream. See, I'm sure DJ would be here, but he's too busy in Hollywood making second-rate movies, trying to outshine the Dream. But this is the thing, your beloved Rocky tries his best to outshine me whilst calling himself the People's Champion. But are you really? You come back and promise these people the Rock has come back, and he's gone. You don't care about these people, and you never did. You used them to gain popularity and get up to the top, and then you left. You aren't the People's Champion, Rocky. You are simply the People's Chump. What? Holy sh**.
Weighing in at 265 pounds.
Oh my God, The Rock is back. I didn't even see him backstage, but The Rock, the People's Champion, is here. The roof just blew off the American Airlines Center. The most electrifying man in all of sports and entertainment. And the Dream better eat his words now. The Rock is here, face to face in Miami. It's been way too long since we saw the Great One, and now he's here live on Monday Night Raw. Finally, The Rock has come back home. You seem surprised, Dream. Didn't expect The Rock to be here? No, you see, whether The Rock is here in person or not, these people will always be The Rock's people. And I will always be their champion. Now, for as much smack as you talk, Dream, you're good, and you can back it up. Oh yeah, you're damn good, but you're not The Rock. Now we can sit out here every night until WrestleMania and trade blows, or we can make history for the first time ever, never before seen at WrestleMania, in front of 70,000 plus at MetLife Stadium. The Rock versus the Velveteen Dream. The Dream is intrigued by your challenge. The Dream is thinking about it. The opportunity to shine in the brightest spotlight, the opportunity to allow the world on the Showcase of the Immortals to bask in the experience. The Dream accepts. Oh, The Rock says, bring it, bitch. Oh, wait a minute, the Velveteen Dream with a drop kick to The Rock. The Dream taking down the People's Champion, and here we go, live in the American Airlines Arena. Oh, wait a minute, Rocky with a counter, Rocky with a flurry of strikes, and here we go. And Rock with the strikes constantly to the Velveteen Dream, and again, what a blockbuster match this is gonna be. And Rocky says, come on, let's go, Dream, what are you all about? Spine buster, and that's vintage Rock. Energy is palpable in here. The Rock is back. Here we go, rock bottom to the Velveteen Dream. Oh my God, and now Rocky, you know this. The Rock, here we go. The People's Champ bouncing off the ropes, and oh, there it is. The People's Elbow. And the Velveteen Dream wanted a way to get to WrestleMania. You just found one in the form of the most electrifying man in sports and entertainment. It'll be The Rock versus the Velveteen Dream at WrestleMania.